Good afternoon and good evening, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Very cool. Glad that you could make it to YouTube, Christina. Crazy stuff that Mixer isn't working for you because my return is working all right. This is it. This is me waving at myself here. Yeah, there we go. So that seems to work. Rod was there. I assume Rod has seen me, but you never know. Maybe it's kind of internet still down or whatnot. I have no idea. But I'm glad you're here. You can see me, Rod. That's good to know. That's very good to know. Julia, can you see me? Julia can see me. Julia has a little bit more work to do, so she may join us a little bit later for this private little affair. It's only 4 of us at the moment, but hey, that's what hanging out with good friends is all about. I've got my coffee here, and I've got 2 exciting tips of how we can get started in abduction. So first of all, my mom loves watching these videos. She's very much into puzzle games, so it's going to be great. Thank you so much. Thank you very much. This is a new outfit I purchased. I missed out on the Genesis 2 blowout sale that I talked about, the 70% off thing. In the evening, when I went to bed, I put some items in my shopping cart and I thought, tomorrow I'm going to go check out, by which time, of course, everything had gone up to like $80, $90. So I thought, well, I'm just going to spend some money on clothes for myself. So there we go. That's what I did. That's very exciting. So I have 2 messages for all of us. First of all, Brian may join us at about 5 o'clock. He's got to work. I've narrated 2 of his chapters today and did some more editing on his audiobook, Flicker World. So that's very cool, very exciting, making good progress there. So he says CW, the character that we've been talking about, he has been... can we do this? Yeah, we can do this. He has apparently told us something that we've missed. So first of all, he says good progression there, good progress that we've made there. So maybe that TNA shirt will come sooner than we need to know. We need to make one. Maybe we can make that as a collaborative thing on Discord. Perhaps we can all come together and see if we can make a TNA shirt for you girls. That'd be kind of cool. So he says CW has said something that he wants us to do, so that's a good indication of where to proceed next. And then the other thing, that is something that, let's do it indeed. The other thing is something that Patrick said. Patrick's with some of his friends celebrating a birthday party, so if you're watching this later, Patrick, happy birthday to your friends. And we're thinking of you, of course. Patrick said maybe the approach that we took last time with blasting those red rocks is something that we should do on other rocks as well. So we're going to have a little bit of a look at these 2 things and we'll see what works best. Shall we do this thing? Let's do this thing. Come on. I can't really remember where we left this off last time. So let's have a quick look. Oh yes, we've got our little cart here. And I don't remember, did we blast these rocks? Yes, we did. But that didn't really get us anywhere. Or were there no rocks here? I can't remember. I think there may have been rocks here. Farley's house. Brian was saying that's very nice that we got into Farley's house. So that's cool. Happy about that as well. But I think the real rocks that we wanted to blast, they were over here, weren't they? I think this was it. And that is hopefully going to let us in to this mountain, which it appears will give us some kind of access over this little track up here, and will get us access to the tree. Oh, that's my mom. Look at that. Hello. I'm so glad you could make it. Thank you for watching, Mom. Awesome stuff. So hello from Miami. This is exciting. It's always exciting when we get new people in the chat. So, Mom, this is everybody. Everybody, this is my mom. Very nice. Lovely. So let's see if we can work this out. My mom does speak English, but sometimes she's more comfortable in German. So that's, Christina and you can totally speak German with one another. I don't actually know how far you guys are away from one another. My mom's in Bremen, Germany. That is in the north part of Germany. And Christina is somewhere in the southwest, is that right? Somewhere close to the border of Luxembourg, you told me once, if my memory serves me right. Julia finds that very amusing. It's very cool. So yes, that is our plan today. We can have a word with CW right now, maybe? It's a good idea. In Saarland, there we go. That is one part of Germany that I've never really explored, I'm afraid. It's one of those things, ever since I no longer live in Germany, or in the UK for that matter, I now seem to think, hey, there's so many things that I could have explored and I didn't. So maybe I will do that as I get older. I'm gonna go right up to CW's place and see if he can repeat his crazy little message there. There are subtitles on this. I believe the game audio is very, very low. I've cranked it up as much as I could. But, you know, let's see what CW has to say. No, I have to click this thing, don't I? There we go. Oh, this green button maybe? No, actually... Oh, the red beam. Oh, okay. I barely heard that, but it looks like CW wants us to destroy the red beam device. This could be the red beam he's talking about. And this is that device. Now we have a blue portable laser device that we could use to destroy this, but no, actually we can only destroy rocks with that. So I suppose we could maybe have a look upstairs and see if we can smash it. I don't see we have any weapons here, but I guess this is the thing that he wants us to take care of. Let's see if we can make it. Let's head up the stairs here. See what's going down. See if we can actually reach it. So this thing is slightly below us now. Oh, speaking of hospital, yeah, if I could, Rod, if I could. I don't know with what though. Do you think with the portable device? I don't know how to... Well, we can always try that. I'm trying to just reach it from here somehow, but that doesn't seem to be that possible. But if we park our car down here, I'm sure we can aim that thing at this red laser device. Yeah, the blue laser. Let's try that. Let's try that, because I can't seem to reach it from up here anyhow. Yeah, let's grab our car and see what we can do. Christina, you said, I think I've half read your Discord message there earlier. You've been to hospital. Was it today, yesterday? Yesterday must have been. Anything major, or was it just a routine thing? Hoping it was. It's like you and I, we talk about seeing our surgeon kind of routinely. Many other people would say if you're seeing a surgeon, maybe you're in for an operation, but that's not often the case. We see our surgeons several times a year just to say hello. If only I could pick up rocks, Rod. Say that 3 times fast. Pick up rocks, Rod. Do you actually know where I've parked my device? Was it up here? Maybe it was up here. So glad you could make it. It's so much fun playing these games with you together. It's so much fun. Okay, there we go. This is our device, and the tricky part is that we can't turn this thing around, it appears. So that's the second suggestion that Patrick made, by the way. He said we've sneakily cracked some of those rocks, and he said maybe we should do the same by just going far away and see how we can point that laser to destroy more rocks. So that little way piece here, what do you call these things, Rod? These things here. In Germany we call this a Weiche, which basically means it's kind of well, it's like the thing that sets which track a train is going to go in, but I cannot for the life of me think of the English word for that. Rail switch. That could be it. Is that a word, Julia? Rail switch? Julia says it's British approved. That's good stuff. Hey, see, maybe we can do this from here. Like, that was one of Patrick's suggestions, to go, much like Julia suggested last time, just go and park the vehicle here. There's no need to twist this around or change the direction. All we can do now is maybe just flick that switch here and then go and see if we can point this thing. This is really difficult, but I think it may be worth it if only that tree wouldn't be away there. How do we... I've forgotten how to fire the laser. It's probably the blue button here. Like that. Ooh, the 14th surgery, that is. Ha! I think we've cracked it. Look at that. That is very good. 14, my goodness. Aha, look at that. Oh, wow. Now this is something we can explore. How heavy is it going to be? I mean, is it going to be major surgery? Because surgery is scary no matter how big or small it is. A friend of mine's wife in Germany is currently in the hospital, or probably she's already left the hospital. She had a fibroid on her uterus, and the doctors were suggesting, well, rather than removing those, let's just remove the uterus and give you a full-blown hysterectomy. She's in her mid-30s, so that was a bit of a shock there. And no sooner had we discussed the topic on the phone, I hear that she's now in hospital. That's kind of crazily fast. But those are, I mean, as crazy as that sounds, those are routine surgeries almost, and they are the ones that are really big. Oh my God, on the spine. You see, this is surgeons. Somebody wanted to put my mind at ease once when they said, hey, surgery for surgeons, it's just like catching a bus. And, you know, they do this routinely, and it's not, you know, it's not anything to get freaked out about. And I was thinking, I'm losing a part of my colon, you know, be that as it may. Any person who's opening me up and fiddling with scalpels on the inside, for me, that's a major thing. But since then, I've learned that there are indeed small surgeries and large surgeries. Spinal surgery, that sounds crazy. Have they told you how long you're going to be in hospital for? And when is it? Will you have internet in the hospital? I'm only asking because, you know, we're going to do 24/7 live streams just for you, Christina. If there's no other entertainment and if you're awake enough, I'm more than happy to do more streaming for you. If that's, you know, if that's good for you, that's good for me. And it's also a really nice way to hang out. All the while I'm just looking around in this crazy thing that we've opened here, the crash site. Crazy. Well, we're going to have a look at this a little later. I just thought, you know, there's lots of things to explore. We're going to do that later. Let's go and see if we can switch off that red beam, like CW suggested, and we're going to definitely come back to this. That's right, Rod. That's exactly what I'm thinking. 14 surgeries. Wow. I'm now trying to think, how many surgeries did I have? Was it 6 or 8? We have a website for that. That's a good point. Yeah, supersurvivor.tv. Have a quick look. It'll tell you there. I've forgotten. I think it was 6. What's it like living without a gallbladder, Rod? I've met somebody when we were applying for that golden rail pass here for me. Julie and I get free travel in the Miami-Dade area for life, which is great. So it's like that's really cool. And it took a little bit of waiting to get that thing sorted. In the waiting room, I met a man in his about 50s, 60s maybe, and he had a gallbladder operation. Oh, no internet? Oh. You know, they have these little Wi-Fi hotspots, Christina. Maybe you can wire up your phone to be the internet connection somehow. That's even better, Rod. 2nd of July, okay. Oh, okay. And that will hopefully, Christina, that will hopefully aid healing. There. So funny, Rod. Sometimes, I mean, I don't miss that part of my colon that has now disappeared. It's just one of those things. It's for me as if that bit has never existed, really. Same with the bladder. I mean, my bladder is now, I think I have 50% less bladder capacity than I had before. And I must say, this is what I really like about the human body, that we've got this thing about. Ooh. We were successful, look at that. I'm just trying to get out of here. There we go. Woohoo! That's cool. It looks like it hasn't had any detrimental effect to, well, the bubble as such. That's cool. Shall we see what CW has to say about that? Maybe we'll get a medal this time. That would be nice. Since we're so close to him. Let's have a visit. Please do. That looks like we've got 2 more missions to go and do now. That big cable we've already looked at last time. I think I know which one he talks about. It's this one. Yeah, thank you, little red machine. Very nice of you. Yes, I love this machine too, Christina. It's a very cool thing. So I think he means this cable here. Maybe. I just don't exactly know where what needs to be plugged in. That's kind of a bit of a mystery. Maybe it's a different cable altogether. Maybe he means this thing here. Now we flicked that switch already. Or maybe he means a different cable. Maybe he means, I don't know, something up here. That could be another cable. Let's have a closer look at that. Because it looks as if, I mean, I can't pull this thing here. I can't really, otherwise that circle would turn solid here. This looks like it would fit right into this here, doesn't it? Oh no, actually it's just a connection here. Much like this thing too. Oh well. Guess we're going to be watching out for a cable. And this is that tree everyone's talking about. Connect it all back up, he says. See how we can do that. So, Christina, they're going to open you up and they're going to tighten that little screw there. And that'll hopefully make you heal back together. Is that right? 2nd of July. That's around the corner. That is literally, is that next week already? Let's keep this thing parked here and head over to that newly opened area that we've accessed. Because with a bit of luck, that may get us underneath the tree. Let's see what we find here. There's tons to explore down here. That's good to know. That is open. I don't know if there's anything that we can click here. It's always good to double check, you know. But I guess not. Looks almost as if there's some kind of glowy powder on these wheels here. Oh, I see. I see. Yeah, maybe there is a way that you can get something like an LTE connection going there, at least on a phone or on an iPad. Maybe then at least you can, you know, we can be on Discord and we can do all kinds of things, and you're not bored, even if it's not suitable for video streaming. At least, you know, we can stay in touch like that. So the first thing that I'd like to examine is this thing here. Let's see what this is. It almost looks like a plan of our city. It reminds me of this thing that we had in Farley's house, the projector thing. Ah, that's a shame. Sadly, like Brian confirmed, we can't actually pick things up in this game, because otherwise I would love to pick this thing up and take it to Farley's house, put it on that blackboard, and have the projector shine on it and see what it would say that way. I think I'm going to go and take a screenshot of this, if I can remember how. That way, that perfect. Just in case we need to have a look at this again. Oh yeah, was there a chance that we could move it around? Oh no. I always forget how to do that. Isn't there a way to move this around? Or maybe because it's a piece of paper we can't do that. Possible. Yeah, sometimes walls are so thick that no LTE signal can penetrate that. Ah, switch! What do you say? Shall we switch it? See what it does? Let's flick that switch. Yes, that didn't help much, but it certainly adds to the ambience, doesn't it? I had half expected for those pumps to spring into action here, but that didn't quite work. Perils of the Sea. 2 ounces of purple mushroom juice, 2 ounces of murray fruit juice. Yes, it does, doesn't it? 1 ounce of simple syrup, 1 ounce of white shine, 1 ounce of gold tummy buster. All the good stuff. Looks like somebody's mixing cocktails here at the tiki bar. It's another recipe here. Splash of grenadine. I hope we're not going to have to mix these things together. Purple mushrooms have lime taste. Hanging flowers for grenadine. Fire plant leaves for pineapple taste. And murray fruit for citrus taste. I wonder if we're finding things like the purple mushrooms and hanging flowers and all that. Maybe we can find that. Maybe we can mix a drink later. Who knows what it's good for? I think I'm going to take a picture of this as well, just in case. Indeed. Maybe they're on the other table. Let's see where the donuts are. Oh, hanging pot. So somebody has been brewing moonshine here, haven't they? That totally looks like the moonshine distillery here. Ah. No donuts, but a record player. Shall we do this? Let's do it. Oh, more ambience. Very nice. Hey, I feel right at home here. I think that may be a good thumbnail for this episode. What do you think? It looks like... That's so true, Rod, exactly. Nejeg, how you doing? But of course, don't you worry about it. Ask Daz questions, no problem. That's what these live streams are actually for. It's less about the game and more about hanging out and connecting with one another. While creating clothes, I think you can't create clothes with D-Force, but what you can possibly do, and I think somebody else has asked that question on my video about the fitting Daz clothing with Marvelous Designer. which is a few years old, but it's still one of my very, very popular videos. Somebody was asking, so how do you do this without Marvelous Designer? And then, of course, D-Force springs to mind. So there is probably a good idea to try and follow the principle that I've got in that video there by exporting a piece of clothing unfitted as OBJ and then re-importing it, or maybe even just, importing it, just keeping it in there, just not fitting it in DAZ Studio, and then possibly trying to interpolate it between a T pose or an A pose and the pose that you like, and doing that all with D-Force. That is something we can try. I've never tried that myself, only because I think D-Force is just so much slower and more clunky than the Marvelous Designer draping engine. But that is certainly something that we should do. That's a good link indeed, Christina. Thank you. Yeah, I believe I found that as well. Sickle Yield's tutorial about how to do that with Blender. So Blender also has a very good draping engine. But we can totally try that. Thank you for the suggestion. Have you tried that, Nejek? Have you had any experience with that? I have a slight feeling that this cave that we've just been to doesn't quite get us to the bottom of the tree. So I wonder if now that we've blown up that red laser, we can try our luck and get behind this once again, because I think this was the entrance here that would get us somewhere. But it's still closed. This was kind of going to get us into the tree. If we were managing to open this door, we can at least go to the tree. So I guess that's one other thing that we should be doing at one point. But I can also see that there's some stuff underneath the tree going on. So I guess that is what CW has just alluded to. Christina, actually, speaking of Blender, I've had another question from a viewer about measuring DAZ objects, and that was KevDog. In case you're watching KevDog, I'm thinking of you, definitely. And I've pointed him to the product that they have on the DAZ store, which is called something about metrics. And that creates kind of planes within DAZ Studio, and that's not really, I mean, he has that, but it's as undocumented as the rest of DAZ Studio. So he was wondering if there's another way to measure things. And I said, actually, you can just import things into Blender and then just use Blender's excellent measuring tool. So I was going to make a video on that. And I was going to do it today, but of course, I ran out of time. And then I realized, hey, I don't know how to measure circumference in Blender. Do you know how to do that? I know how to measure a distance in Blender, but if you make a loop selection around a circular object like a sphere, I'd love to be able to take that, maybe split it into a separate object and just measure how long that is. And it occurred to me that I have no idea how to do that, or how to take that and stretch it out so that I can measure either the circumference of something or just measure the length of a curved object. If you know the answer to this, please let me know. And thank you for those links, by the way. This is something that I always wanted to try out. This is how it got in, isn't it? It's always something that I wanted to try out. Maybe I can follow those as well. Cloth in Blender and hair in Blender is not something that I'm familiar with. But I know it's possible, and I'd love to try it out. You know, I don't think we found those gravestones last time. Almost looks like they've repurposed them here. They belong to someone else, and now people have put just wooden signs on top of that. I can't do anything with it, by the way. I can't touch them. I just noticed them while roaming around aimlessly here. Oh, there's more up here. Look at that. That's also a nice screenshot. Screenshot time. Okay, thanks. Do you know if there's a tool in Blender that if you have, say you have a sphere and you go into edit mode and then you do a loop selection around the center of the sphere and you split that piece out into its separate object. And then you're left with a ring, like a really short cylinder. It stands to reason that we should be able to split that at one line there, and then kind of flatten this out somehow. Like, almost like when you visualize how a UV map is unwrapped. That sort of thing. I know that ZBrush has an option to do that, like not so much to explode it, but just to visualize that. That would be kind of helpful to do that, because then once it's flat, then you can just measure it with the regular tools. But like you, I have no idea how to do that. I don't know if there's a tool like that available. Well, I'm kind of lost as to what to do next. If you have an idea, please let me know. Brian probably knows how to carry on from here, but he's just coming home from work, so there we go. And this was a bit of a washout here. This is the tiki bar, henceforth known as the tiki bar. I don't really know what to make of this. We've got some recipes. We've got some nice music. We've got some flashy lights, so that's all really good. Unless I've missed something here, that is pretty much all that this cave has to offer. And what is a crashed airplane doing here anyway? Can you imagine we can fly it out of here? It looks a little bit damaged, I must say. Perhaps this is not something we can bring back into a flying state, perhaps. I'm gonna go and see if there's anything clickable here that we've missed. Exactly, like a little edge loop. That's right, yes. Exactly, that's what I was thinking. Yeah, I don't even know if KevDog needs to know the circumference. It's just something that I thought would be possible. Oh, you can do the Marvelous Designer, really? Circumferences in Marvelous Designer? That's an excellent idea. I didn't even think about that. That's a great idea. Thank you, Christina. Very cool. So Tiki Bar, we don't know. We've switched off that red laser, but that didn't really get us anywhere. We need to plug in a cable, but we have no idea how. That's pretty much where we are right now. I think what I like to try then, lacking any other options, is to drive more around with the car and see if we can find more rocks that need to be destroyed, like we did from afar there. I don't even know where other rocks might be. Have we gone into here? I think we have, haven't we? Oh no, look at that. This is a rock that we could do with. But I think this is also one of those that is cleverly hidden inside a corner. So I think trying to reach that from afar, that's going to be really difficult. I think this is one of those where they're really going to make us drive into this thing. Could do that from here. Yes, I see. Look at that. So this is a direct connection from here into there. I think this is almost like a red herring, because no matter what we do, we won't be able to get on this track. Oh good, Mixer's back. Welcome to Mixer, Christina. Excellent. Yeah, the latency on YouTube is quite drastic, I must say. I think it's the same type of stone, but I don't think we've looked into this yet, because this is kind of, yeah, it's straight in this mountain here. Ah, other side. Let's have a look. Do you know, maybe this isn't actually supposed to be done with a red laser, with the blue laser. I mean, maybe it is, but this doesn't have the red glow to it. It's certainly blocking this cavern here from both sides. That wooden thing in here, you mean? In the cave? This thing here, yeah. It looks like, well, it looks like there's a room in between. Yeah, like this is from the other side there, and this is from this side. There's definitely something in here that we're supposed to have a look at, I'm sure. Well, let's see if we can turn our cart around so that we can fire at one of these bad boys. Thinking we tried that last time unsuccessfully, but let's try again. I have a feeling there's going to be some kind of a trick. Yeah, or to blow it up, that's another idea. I have a feeling there's some kind of a trick that will somehow get us through this as well, because I have a feeling that this track here that currently is blocked by the metal grating thing here, I have a feeling that that goes around in a circle, and that'll make us turn that car around. Yes, that would be good. Whoops. Yeah, because this doesn't let us go through here. But maybe I can turn my laser around that way. Maybe the laser is going to get rid of it. Who knows? Let's try it out. Oh yeah, flick that switch. See if we can look behind us and how much. Other direction, I guess. It's not enough, is it? No, we can't look behind us. What a shame. Indiana J. Oh, I like that. That is very cool. See if this works. Somewhere here. Oh. Yeah, they're crafty. They don't want us to do that. Or maybe if I go and flick that switch. Very Indiana J-like, and then I go into here, that maybe that'll let me reach that. Let's try that. Ah, I always wanted a fedora. Like so. That maybe. Didn't do anything. That's actually a cool idea. Let's just go and see what else this thing can destroy. Maybe CW. Oh, that'd be mean. The only friend we have. Well, if we can call him a friend, that is. I think maybe that's a good strategy. We just go randomly driving around and see what else this blue laser reacts to. Shall we do that? I'll try my best. So far it looks like no rescue ships are around. And indeed, is he really a friend? Yeah, that's true. No cake, right? It all blends into one, doesn't it? What else can we shoot here? That big rock maybe? Nah. Anything up here maybe? Water tower? It looks like it's kind of reacting to it. Let's heat up the water. Can you imagine we pointed at that tanker facility behind the river there? How far can we actually go back here? Let's try that. Let's go this way here. That's an idea. I suppose it's one of those games where you really have to try everything, even if it looks totally ridiculous. But if you don't try, then you'll never find out maybe that's what you were supposed to do. And we get to drive a car. I mean, that's, you know, what's not to like? Aha! I see some rocks that could do with a blasting. Ah, I can also see that we're facing the wrong way for that. They definitely have that glow to it. Let's see if we can utilize our trick. Just go at a slight angle, if we can. Oh. Yeah, like here, distance doesn't seem to matter. There, maybe that's the way to go. All right, Christina. by the time you get back, we may have smashed those rocks. Oh, we can't reach him. That's terrible. It's really difficult to see. So with the right stick, I'm moving my viewport like this. And then with the left stick, I'm moving this laser thing, which gives a projection on this kind of skin material here. Very cool. But yeah, so I'm turning this furthest to the right, and it looks like that does not reach far enough to see those rocks here. So I'll see if I can go slightly further away, around the corner like so. As long as we can still see them like this, that may work. Nah, still can't. I think I'm still a little short here. That's going even further away. Just before this track curves. 0 Kelvin! How are you? How exciting. Good that you're here. We're trying our best to progress in the game, but we're not so lucky. Brian, meet my mom. My mom's watching. It's very cool. My mom's from Germany. Brian, aka 0 Kelvin mom, is from New Jersey. She loves this game. She's fascinated by it. So are we all. It's we're currently trying. Let me try. See if I can have a look. So we thought, hey, we've spoken to CW. We've been able to use this thing to turn off that red laser. Thank you for the hint. That was very kind of you. So this laser here up there, that's now off. It has not left a hole in the bubble in the ceiling, which is cool. And we've been able to penetrate some other rocks and find some kind of a tiki bar. So that's groovy. We didn't really know what to make of it. Found a few recipes that also didn't really get us anywhere. So then, aimlessly wandering around, I had this idea of maybe being able to reach other rocks from further afar. And these sprang to mind at the end of the track. So that looks like we can blast them. But of course we're facing the wrong way still. And that's kind of the issue that we're having, that we can't just drive up to them and blast them. So I thought, okay, if I go slightly further away, like to about here, so that I'm able to angle the laser just so that we can get them with that laser. Maybe that's an idea, but it looks like I'm still too far away. So I'm gonna try one more time to go a little bit further back and see if I can reach him from there. So perhaps if I go here, yeah, I see now that we're getting into the curve of the track here. They seem to be still too far away, I think. I mean, I could try, see if it works. Yeah, it looks like we're still too far away. And we just need to turn that laser around the corner a little bit more. And I think if we go any further like that, then we have to peer behind us. And it looks like that's just not working. Yeah, not quite the right rocks that we're firing at here. So, failing that, I'll see where else this puppy can take me. Oh, you think? Oh, Ryan. No, I can't, Rod. It's either drive the car or the laser being active, but I don't think I can do both at the same time. I like the idea. Let's try walking through that dome again. And of course, you know, being a part-time American, I'm not going to walk there. I'm going to drive there. That is a clever idea. I hadn't actually made that connection. Okay, creepy music indicates something is happening. If only it was that easy. I mean, looking at how this thing is held together with clamps and skin and whatnot. Okay, this looks promising. Go right, go right, go right. Yes, very good. Because last time when we left off, we have blasted some rocks, I believe up here there, to the right. Yeah, that was obviously the incorrect way. And perhaps I'll go and flick that switch. Come on, you can do it! Yeah, new OS. Hunrath OS 2.0. Oh, I had that problem last time. I can't get out here. I need to get out in front of the tunnel. Somewhere here. And then I can walk through that tunnel, and that could potentially get me out of here. Do you know, maybe the game's over at that point already? Can you imagine? That would be it. Okay. Well, before we do this, do you think we're going to survive this? I'm not entirely sure. Ready for the death counter, you're right. I don't think I've got it running, but that's just a quick flick switch away. Maybe we should try that. Right, okay. Really? What just happened? Oh my god, where are we now? We are still in the bubble, I would imagine. I mean, I do remember this thing here. Thing stuck out of the mountain at the top there. Whoa. But where are we? We've certainly lost our cart. We can't go back. That's interesting. So I don't think there's a way back. It looks pretty solid up here. Could it be? I mean, I'll try going back. See if that. Look at that. I think we can go back. We can go back. And as you approach it, you can just about make out that other dimension. Oh my god, look at that. When you go left and right, this is like... Oh, wow. This implies, I mean, if the tracks kind of continue on the other side, it implies that we can drive the cart through it. That's exactly right. I find it interesting that when you move left and right, it looks like the other side of it is moving right to left. So I wonder if this actually changes the direction of our cart. Brian, I think I would have never thought of this. We did discover the little cemetery here, by the way. Just not sure if that's relevant to anything. Oh my god, let's try this out with the cart. And as I was thinking, we need to get that death counter ready. Oh my god, let's drive the cart through that bubble thing. Yes, but by that time, Christina, that red laser was still switched on. And I guess that was preventing us from going through the bubble. Because we got stuck here and we thought, well, now that we blasted the rocks out of the way, there's no point in it because there's just nothing behind there except for the edge of the bubble. Whoa, this is super exciting. There's a waterfall down there. Are we behind the waterfall now? We are, aren't we? If this is the waterfall, CW lives here. Let's see where the tracks take us.
Oh, cool. Yeah, I'd imagine this is where CW lives, right? If that's the waterfall. I don't think we've actually been to this part of the game. Looks like a disused railway station, some kind of depot. The Western Empire. All right. Well, let's just see, ladies and gentlemen, if you can open that door. Ah, okay. Standing too close to a rock means I can't get out the cart. Oh, that would have been too easy, wouldn't it? Why is this thing stuck? Needs a bit of oil, perhaps? WD-40? We didn't bring that again. Oh, left the WD-40 at home. Yeah, look at that. We're on the other side of the game. James? Which James do you mean? Ah. Oh, I'm so sorry. Yes, that's true. His name is James, isn't it? I only know him as Dreamlabs. That's very true. He is actually James, isn't he? Yes, I don't know. He was. He probably is working on some 3D stuff. He got a bit behind and wanted to do more. I really like that render that he posted. Very cool. Yes, I don't know where he's today. Patrick is at a birthday party. But yeah, I haven't heard from James. So I guess maybe we'll go and flick that. What did you call it again earlier, Rod? Was it rail switch? See if we can actually do this while the thing is standing on top of it. Probably not. Switch. Aha, there we go. And let's see where else we can go. Because I don't think there's anything else here. Some crates, some wood here. Very cool. Maybe we can open that door. I have a feeling we'll probably have to go behind this thing to open the door from behind it. My God, so we can just penetrate this thing at will now. That is just so cool. I'm so glad this is reversible. That messes with your head. So let's go over that switch and see where else those tracks will take us. Oh, are we going the right way? Isn't this the way we came? Maybe not. Magic! Welcome back! Oh, this is the way we came, isn't it? Yeah, this is the way we came. Okay. Turn around. Track switch, okay. That's cool. So Rod was actually very, very close with rail switch. Maybe if we just drive in there fast enough, it'll open the door. Maybe. No. Okay. That would have been too good to be true. So come on, go left. Dude. So, Magic, you've missed the most amazing part in the game. We can now penetrate this bubble. That's very cool. So everywhere where we see this outside nothingness stuff here that wouldn't let us through. Now, when we approach it, we can see a world beneath it. Not only that, we can not only just see it, we can go through it. And now we're at a very different part of the game. I'm thinking we're still in the same bubble, so I don't think we've traveled to another world. And it's reversible, so this looks like it's impenetrable, but we can actually just come closer and go through it. And then we're back to where we've just come from. And it looks like we can do that with the cart as well. That's how we got here. So we've come in from this direction. We can't open this door right now, but we've just flicked that switch, so I'm eager to explore the other side of these tracks here. Oh, come on, let's do this. Aha. Oh, it just ends here, doesn't it? It's kind of a conscientious question now. Do I keep driving? Or shall I rather not? I mean, it looks like when we walk, if we weren't in the cart, we won't be able to walk down these things. I'm having a feeling that the dynamics are probably the same for the cart, but I'm not entirely sure. What do you think? Shall we just roll off here and see what happens? Or is that not such a good idea? Will we survive? What do you think, guys? I'm tempted to do it. Well, it's still at 0, so we haven't died yet. You're right. Actually, I haven't set it up. Let me just do that, Christina. Quickly go and start the Streamlabs chatbot. That could happen, couldn't it? And it's one of those autosave games as well. That also means that we can't really save the game. It's just one of those... Chatbot is connecting right now. I know what you always say, Christina. Save, save, save. No, actually, you say death, death, death. Dead, 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 rather. But you also tell me to save. So there we go. That's the one. Well, and our counter is active. Try again, Christina, see if it works now. Exclamation mark death should bring up 0. But, you know, that could change at any moment. Doesn't work. Okay, good. So at least we know that's not the way to go. Let me try again. No, doesn't work. Cool, it works. Oh, can you? Oh, can you also save it? I haven't found a way to just save it arbitrarily. Oh yeah, load game. Great. Thank you, Brian. Very cool. So, I guess that is not the way to go. Perhaps we're just going to leave the cart here for now and see if we can somehow make our way... Thank you, Christina, for rectifying the counter. Very good, very good. Maybe we'll go and... Why can't I get out here? That's bad, isn't it? Maybe this way. Huh. Can't get out at all anymore. How about here? All right. Yeah, maybe we're gonna go and investigate on foot. Not sure where to. And maybe we just need to not be here at the moment at all. If the door is in fact openable from the other side, I would imagine perhaps we need to go all the way back to down here and see if we can somehow climb up this crane thing. Is that what we need to do? Maybe. knowing this sphere traveling scenario, I wonder if one of these maps that we found will actually give us an indication as to if we go through here, do we know where we come out? I mean, is there a pattern to it? Because that would help us enormously getting around this. So do we just come out at the very other side of the sphere, of the bubble? I wonder if we can somehow find out. I forgot about this. Look at that. These are some other rocks that we can get rid of. Very cool idea. If we can somehow angle our laser from the right angle from the track, if we kind of park our thing just about here somehow, and then just angle the laser into here, that's something else we can try out. Yeah, so I was thinking, if we go and bring up my photos here, we've got tons of photos, and this is our town, but there's also something, another picture I've taken. Where was that again now? Oh, this one here. That. Yeah, so if we were, say we were to penetrate our bubble here, where do we come out? Do we come out here at the other side? Or are there kind of points of reference to that? I wonder. It's probably difficult to figure out. So this looks like it could be could these be the tracks? We found that map in the tiki bar, and it didn't make sense to us at the time. I was thinking maybe we can project that projector thing over it, but I also realized there's no way for us to pick up an item and put it down somewhere else. If these are in fact the tracks, it makes me wonder if this is the thing that we're looking for, that basically if we were to be able to go through this, would this in fact turn our cart around? Because if we face coming in this way, then we'd go out facing the other way. This looks pretty cool. But are these the tracks? It could be. I mean, we've encountered a track, the one a moment ago, that literally leads us to the outside of the bubble. But at the same time, it also continued. So I don't see an obvious way of another track that continues from there. It could be this. So in that respect, my theory may be correct, that if these are in fact the tracks, so it's like presumptions times 15 now. So if these are in fact the tracks and we pop out here, maybe then we enter that bubble again on this side. It could be, by that token, this could well be the old railway station. No, it couldn't be, because that kind of ends on a cliff then. Mysterious stuff. Very mysterious stuff. Oh, what other photos have we got? Anything else exciting? Yeah, we picked up these recipes here for, perils of the sea, stuff like that. Why did we take that picture? I don't quite remember, but hey, maybe it makes its way into one of the Subnautica picture frames one day. I think the most exciting one of these was the third one. This one, because it had references to these things. They're purple mushrooms. I'm thinking could be substituted for lime taste. Hanging flowers could be substituted for grenadine. Because the other two recipes, they called for things like that. It's like splash of grenadine. So us failing to find grenadine, maybe we'll just put a bit of, hanging flowers in there if we should ever find those. But again, since we can't pick up items, I'm not sure. Very mysterious. Very mysterious. So yes, blast these rocks. That's something we're going to do. But also get past that. I see this track also just ends here. I'm not sure if those markings were in fact tracks or not on that picture or not. from what I remember, going back to the waterfall there, that's probably a more efficient way to drive. If we go back to behind that waterfall, maybe there is a way for us to open that door from behind. Ah, that's the wrong way, isn't it? We can just walk through Farley's house, I guess. That would be a little shortcut. Let's do that. Yeah. Because wasn't this behind the... Yeah, there we go, that's behind the thing. So this is now up here, this is now where our cart is situated, I guess. How do we get up there? Keeping in mind, of course, that we can now penetrate the outside of the bubble. Was there a way that we could see the bubble from here? Let's just see where that gets us. That's not confusing, is it? Where are we? Do you know, this is what the guy in Spelunky says. Some levels it says, I hear rushing water. Look at that, we can literally just go through anything. That is so cool! This is seriously cool. We've seen this from below, and we had no idea how to get there. Oh my, look at this! Another exciting door. Shall we ring the bell? Let's ring the bell. Oh no! Key combination. Don't think we have another key combination. We've got the one to Farley's house, but I'm not sure we've been given another one. The numbers for... yeah, I think so. Yes, let's have a look. Exactly. Let's try it. So Farley's house, there we go. 1436. And I believe to get into her house, that was Farley's house number backwards. So 1436. Excellent. Thank you, Christina. Let's see if that works. That or maybe a variation of that. Who knows? So 1436. Ah, okay. It's a 3-digit code. That's not difficult to crack. That's only 1,000 combinations. That's not bad. Let's try 666. That's also wrong. Julia suggested 123. That's good. How about 456? We could be here a long time. But it is doable if it's only a 3-digit code. How about 911? Get us out of here. Our other issue is, of course, how do we get back here? It would be nice if we had a map or something. Oh, look at that. I can totally go and run all the time. Oh, that's cool. I thought I had to hold this down. Oh, I see. So this is now, just to get our bearings here, if this is Farley's house, then we're now on top of Farley's house. That's cool. My god, this is exciting, isn't it? Can't walk up this thing. So, 3-digit code. We haven't got anything else in the photo, so let me just have a quick look here. Could well be that there's something we've taken a picture of and we've just forgotten about it. Anything that looks like a number, anything that jumps out at you, let me know. Could this be the solution? $153, you think? Happy to try it out. What made you arrive at that conclusion? The second recipe? All right. 153, indeed. Let's try it out. I'm just having a quick look through if any other numbers have jumped up at us. It looks like it doesn't say anything. Oh, Mortang Blast, right. Can you imagine that's actually the portal into the next world? I'm not sure if we should try these things. If 153 doesn't work, 143, 436, 634, 341. We've tried 911 already. $153. Let's try this out. That would be so cool if that would work. Ah, someone's already dialed 911. Excellent. So, 153. Damn, so close. And while we're here, let me try. So 143 didn't work, right? No. So then maybe 436. Six, 3, 4. Brian, do you think we have all the ingredients to work out what this number could be? Or is there something that we haven't found yet? I'm just asking because last time it was fairly obvious that there was a clue in the game that said Farley's number is something that backwards would work. Yeah, okay, cool. That's good to know. Because it would have been exciting had it been possible for us to work these things out from... That's a good point, Rod. Let's try that. If we can find that. would have been kind of funky for us to work this out from the recipes. That's like such an obscure puzzle. That would just be up these people's alley. I also wonder if we'll ever find a way back into here. So much to explore, I don't even know where to begin. No way. We've opened this gate. We've opened this gate so that we could look at the back of this. So I wonder now if we need to close it. Because that is how the gate, I guess, opened, with this thing spinning around, getting us a path. Me too. Totally forgot about this. And now there's so many things that we can do. That's very exciting. What do you guys want to do? Do you want to work out what happens if we follow this path here? So that means going back down, trying to close this door again, trying to find our way back up here, and then walking over this? Or shall we grab our cart and see if we can blast those rocks in that little secluded section there? What do you think? Shall we do the gate? Blast the rocks. Anyone else for blasting the rocks? Going once, going twice. Blasting the rocks it is. How do we get down here again? This may be a while until we get there. Or we can just walk through this sphere and see what happens. Or while we're up here, let's have a look what happens when we walk up here. Oh yeah, or we can just walk through the sphere here. You know, just out of curiosity and to see how the dynamics of this thing work. If I go back through the sphere here to where I've just come from, and then go enter the sphere literally just here, does that mean this is, because there's only such a short distance between these two things, I wonder what happens if I go into here. Are we in the same spot? No, we're not, are we? Are we? Oh, really, Christina? How interesting. Maybe this relay bot works in a way that every so often somebody has to chat on all these platforms. Because I've had incidences where there was no chat relay to Twitch at all, and then at other times I think there were one or two people who at least left one or two messages, and that seemed to have worked just fine. Now we're down here. How exciting. Oh yes, that's the other thing. Can we now go and see if we open that gate from there? That'd be a nice shortcut to go back to our cart. I can just see there being an issue with an endless loop. I mean, I can imagine if you were to write a relay bot, that's not easy, is it? That's difficult. Because you have to basically keep track of every single message and see, well, has that message been posted from here to there? Do I need to relay it, yes or no? No wonder several messages just disappear. Because like your message, for example,
Christina, that got re-looped to Mixer, but it's not showing up more than once in my combined restream interface. Crazy stuff. So it looks like there's no easy way for us to just climb up there from here. I can see something else over there. Yonder the water. Like over here. It's more rocks that can be blasted. But of course we ain't got no equipment. Ah. This is the only way I know, so maybe I will actually not blast those rocks just yet because I don't know how to get to my little cart there. So, but since we're here, how did we open this thing? Ah, lever. Now that's stuck. I guess if we were to do this, maybe we need to stop the flow of the water first. Which, how do we do that again? We have to go all the way up here. How do we do that again? Oh my god, my head hurts. Oh, do you think? Ah. Oh, that's an idea. Maybe that works. Oh yes, the propeller position. Thank you, Brian. Very nice. We can try one more time. Aha! Complete the path. Also, what is this? We've been there yet? Closed. It's another one of those things. So much to explore, absolutely. And of course now there's this added benefit of, hey, you can travel really fast by leaving the bubble and then coming back, but at which point are we coming back? So, mental note, another one of those doors here. How do we get back up here? Oh dear. Because last time we got there... How did we get there last time? Through Farley's house. Somehow. Right? I think through Farley's house is a fairly good starting point, I guess. Exit at her back entrance and then jump through the sphere, and somehow we ended up at the top there. That is what we need, yes. See, this is that secluded area that I thought, hey, let's go and blast some rocks here. But of course now we don't have our cart anymore. Let's see if we can just get a shortcut through here, see where that ends us. Let's go. Oh, look at that, the cart.
Sadly, we can't get it through here now. Dang. Should we leave the cart here, or should we take it with us? I think I'll leave the cart here. Good thing is the game world isn't that big. Oh, maybe we can just stay up here. Wouldn't that be nice? Ah! Look at that! Dream Lab! I'm so glad you could make it. You know what they say, better late than never. We have been missing you, of course. So we have some super exciting news about the mechanics of this world here, which is kind of mind-blowing if you think about it. We've been establishing previously that we're in some kind of a bubble and that it looks like there's no way out. And earlier when Brian wasn't here, there was a message from CW, this grumpy guy who lives kind of, you know, somewhere here, somewhere there. He told us that we need to shoot down that red laser. Do you remember there was a laser that was pointing from somewhere here, somewhere there, up right into the sky and kind of, you know, shooting a laser up at the kind of top end, sky end of the bubble. That's the one. And he told us to demolish that. And we thought, maybe we can do that with our little tractor, with our little cart, with the blue laser. And it worked. So we've destroyed that. And since then, and here's the kind of the mind-blowing thing, since then, watch what happens when we approach the outside of the bubble, the previously impenetrable bubble. Now, if we approach, it looks like we can see through it. So there's kind of there's something else on the other side. And even better, when we keep walking, we find ourselves in another part of the game world. We don't really know where. It looks almost like it gets us out at the very other end. So like in a 180-degree split, you walk out of it to east and you enter it again west. And this is possible now since that red laser is demolished. That is very, very cool. Yeah, so if I just move back, I'm going into the same spot in a way. So it is replicable, and it allows us to go back and forth between the worlds. I mean, it's the same world, but it allows us to, almost like the Aperture Science portal gun, to go back and forth where we're not meant to be. That is just one phenomenal thing that we've discovered. The other thing is that this used to be that gate that we opened. We've just closed that again because at the top of this here, it forms a path for us to walk through. So we had literally just before you arrived, we had been on this location here and thought, hey, that's at that point this thing was kind of this way. So we couldn't walk past it, we couldn't walk through it. So we thought, hey, let's go back downstairs, close that door again, and now we can walk over it. That's what we're about to do. Shame that we now no longer know how to get to this part. Because it's just not as easy as walking down here. We must have come through here. Indeed. So I wonder then if these mechanics are, if my assumption is correct, if I could just go out here, and in order to end up back here, what would I need to do on a circle for that to work? Because if I could just come out here, then I could just walk down these little, well, call it stairs, but you know, if I were to be able to pop out here, what would I need to do? Would I come out here and then turn left? Or would I come out here, turn right, and then enter that bubble again? That's what I'm thinking, Dreamlab. That's what I'm thinking. So I think we've got some. Whoops, that's not what I meant. We've got some pictures to kind of demonstrate this. Maybe that'll clarify how this works. So this is kind of this is the map here, and we were just wondering earlier what these black lines are. We found a tiki bar as well. Ah, yeah, you're clearly on Mixer, aren't you? Crazy. So if I'm standing here, imagine this is where I am, and I'm looking at the outside of this, and I wanted to enter back here. How would I do that? I'd go out here, and perhaps coming out here. And in order for me to come out here, I think I'd have to go over here, and then that would come out here. Oh, thank you so much for hosting my stream, Rod. That's very kind of you. Very cool. So if I had to do this, go out here, and then to enter back here, I'd have to turn left. If I'm looking at the dome, I'd have to go left, come back out. That would get me out here. Oh, it's messing with my head, man. But maybe that's the way to do it. If I can. I mean, I can see that I can pop out here, but can I go to the left once I'm on the other side? I think I'm facing... I'm still facing the dome. Oh no, actually I'm facing away from the dome, so my direction doesn't change. It's a bad example because I can't really walk any further now, but I'd need to face the dome, I guess, and then go further to the left, and then enter the dome again. I have a feeling I probably have to be behind these rocks. I'll try entering here, see if that's enough. And looks like it isn't. Yeah, I'd have to go further left in order to come out of there. Also, when I come out of here, there's just a bunch of rocks. So, but if I can circumvent those rocks, I'd have to be behind these rocks, which is through Farley's house. That's how we did it last time. So we go through Farley's house. That's what it is. Through Farley's house, to the right, up these stairs. Look at that. This is exactly how we did it before. And then we pop out through the bubble, and that should get us exactly where we need to be. Yes, it does. Golf clap. Ah, where is it? Where is it when you need it? One of those things. It's not queued up. Damn. But that's, you know, I think I haven't done it. That's why I haven't done it, actually, because the game audio is so low that I had to increase the whole output of my desktop in order for that to work. And the sound effects are just queued normally, so therefore they'd be increased so much it'd be way too loud. I can give you a golf clap like this, so that's the spirit. Fantastic. Hey, and the girls did a cheer. Look at that. We did it all together. Teamwork. And now we can go over here. Oh my god, this is so exciting. And what is this? What would that do? Oh, maybe that gets us to the side path up here. Because that looks like a staircase. Shall we flick that switch? Let's do the switch thing. If I can. Yes, I can. Alright. 2 things to explore. Christina, I wonder if you can play this on a laptop. Because then, you know, when you're in hospital, even without an internet connection, I think this is playable without an internet connection. That would be cool. Hours of stuff to explore. That'll make that hospital journey just disappear. Oh my, let's look at that space shuttle. Always keeping in mind, of course, that we have 2 ways to explore. Once we get back, we need to look at that other path that we've just unlocked. Ah, that's a shame. Ooh, okay. I'm looking forward to all the things that you can do in hospital with Blender. Because last time I think there was a coffee mug that mysteriously appeared, so, you know, I can't wait for what happens this time. Christina has a surgery on the, when was it again, 2nd of July? And she'll have to be in hospital for 4 days. So we'll definitely be thinking of you with or without an internet connection. That is just so cool. Not your surgery, but yeah, the button. Next Tuesday, my goodness. Rest assured, we will be thinking of you. So it looks like another number puzzle here. Oops. Do you remember those, man? This is just... How many numbers is it? 6, it looks like. And that was the wrong one. So in case we have to do this number by number, 481459 is the wrong number. One less number to try. Oh wow, that would have been short notice. Oh my goodness. Yes, I'm afraid there's no one to take your call. But we have another button to try, and that may be interesting. I wonder what this thing actually does. It looks like they've turned this whole thing into some kind of an elevator. Let's press that button and see what happens. Yeah, nothing. Wow. Well, it looks like there's just so much more to come in this game. Damn, I didn't mean to do that. I don't think there's much else to do unless we find a code and then press that button. That's probably going to get us down here. Do you know, I wonder... Yes, indeed, yeah, there's some kind of connection there. I wonder if we go down here, if this will get us down to the bottom of the tree. That is another thing that CW told us. That he, first of all, he was friendly this time, so that's interesting for him. Never seen him friendly before, actually. So he was friendly, and he said, "Hey, thank you so much for switching off that laser. You need to do something." And I'm going to not tell you a lot about it. That's as he does. And he says, well, you need to go to the bottom of the tree and connect everything up. That's the gist of it. And we've seen the entrance to the tree, and we've found a way that will tell us, or that shows us behind some grating there's something at the bottom, but there's no obvious way to get there. So I wonder if this elevator will get us there once we find another 6-digit code. Let's see what happens if we head over to that other second interesting, exciting path that we've unlocked via the staircase. Does that just get us down here behind the path? No, it actually gets us up one level. That is exciting. So much new stuff. If you just look at this, you'd think we could be in Subnautica, really, on that island. Oh, I see. So that just gets us down to the bottom of this. So now I guess we can leave that door closed here. Yes, I see. Now we can leave that door closed and we can still make our way, well, I guess up there. Huh. I suppose now we could open it again from the other side, maybe. If we wanted to do that. Well, I say let's see if we can get back to our cart. What is the quickest way to get there, I wonder? Could penetrate that bubble from here somewhere and maybe magically end up there again. Yeah, so it's up here, essentially. That's where our cart is parked. Maybe we can blast some more rocks and discover yet another interesting passage. The cart, yes, I think. I wonder if this is actually, this is the back door of whatever's behind here, isn't it? Is this the same thing that we've just found from the other side? My God, my head hurts. Yeah, so our cart, Christina, I think is up here. I have a feeling. So that stands to reason that if we wanted to get there, all we need to do is enter the bubble somewhere through here. Dude, man, where's your cart? See if that theory is correct. Oh, right, on this locomotive. Yes, that's a good idea. Anywhere. Six 33616 and 3384. Oh my God, so these are two numbers already. Ay caramba. Exactly, a 6-digit and a 4-digit number. Can you imagine? Add all these up and you get the right number. And since we're so close to somewhere where we need to dial in a 6-digit number, it'd be rude not to do that. Oh, here. Yes. Another 4-digit number. This graffiti isn't a number, is it? Yeah, it's difficult to say. I don't think that's a number. That'd be really mean if they want us to decipher that. Is that what it says? Any other numbers? I don't think so either. I think this is just graffiti here. This is actually the same thing. Yes, I don't think it's a number. But definitely P9D. 9H9 P9D. Huh. Any other numbers? That looks like the same as before. You see, what makes this meaningful, this 6-digit number that we just took a picture of, is the fact that no other container appears to have such a number. Oh, that's true. Now we need to work out what those were like. Did even dial telephones, did they have letters? They did, didn't they? See, in Germany we never had that. We never had this letter thing on a telephone. And we were always slightly, I don't know if weirded out is the right word. We just couldn't comprehend why would anyone have numbers on a telephone. It was just because our telephone system was just working very differently. In Britain either? Oh, so Julia had letters in. Yeah, see, we never did on German telephones. Well, has anyone remembered that number? Brian says 8675309. That's 7 digits, by the way. That also, actually, that's good that our theory there matches up, that was not a number. Because I guess we need a 6-digit number. And you still don't. Excellent. So, SIBU 633616. That's a good number. Let's try that. What was the number again? Man, short-term memory here. 633. Thank you, Christina. 616. Awesome. Let's order one. Okay, dialing now. What makes this so fun is that, of course, it's very difficult to read the numbers here. There are no numbers. So we need to go and say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Was that correct? Yes. 6, 3, 3. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6. 1. 6. That didn't work. Let's try that, Dreamlab. Good call. Let's try that. That's not a bad idea. 6, 1, 6. 3, 3, 6. Damn. That's cold, brother. Stumped. any other numbers? We don't want to try any of these, do we? What happens if we add all of them up? That should be a 6-digit number. That would be kind of crazy. But why don't we do that? But what's the H? That would be kind of crazy. I'm going to add all these numbers up here. So 3480. Actually, why don't I ask Siri? Let's do that. That could be fun. What is 30,480 plus 67,200 plus 2,000 plus 4,410 plus 28,480 plus 62,790 plus 33.2 plus 1,000? Oh, there we go. Plus...
It's 196,393.2.
Great. And now we just need to add 1,172 to that. No problem. What is 196,000? Ah, now the display's gone away. That's terrible. That is crazy. Let's try this again. Hey Siri. What is 30,480 plus 67,200 plus 2,000 plus 4,410 plus 28,480 plus 62,790 plus 33 plus 1,172.
30,480 plus 67,200
Oh my
plus
God.
2,000 plus 4,410 plus 28,480
I
plus
remember what I told you.
62,790 plus 30. 3 plus 1,172 is 196,565.
Let's try that, shall we? Oh my God. The thing is, of course, the last picture here, the last two items, they're cubic feet. And everything else is a mixture between kilograms and pounds. So I wonder if the real answer to this question is maybe we need to convert everything into pounds or kilograms. Oh my God. This is good. Let's try them all. This could take a while. So let's start with Brian's suggestion here. 1965. I sound like a number station. 656. Okay, let's try Christina's number. 949793. Oh, that was wrong. It would help if these had actually had numbers on here. Okay, let's try this again. 949793. Damn. I wonder if they'd make it more obvious for us to find that. Brian, give us a clue. Have we actually found that? Have we found the thing yet? Or is this something else that we need to probably find elsewhere? Because we have so many areas to explore. I wonder if the clue for this number would actually be more obvious. What a shame. I like the idea of doing the kilogram pound conversion. It's just, what are we going to convert what into? So shall we convert pounds into kilograms and then add it all up metrically? Considering that this is Arizona in the 50s, I'd probably say let's convert kilograms into pounds. No, we'll go with Brian's suggestion and say actually this is not the right direction to go into. I will try and go back to where that cart is, and we'll see if we can blast some rocks and unlock another area. That was another thing how this whole thing started, wasn't it? I wanted to find a shortcut so that we can end up at that card. Maybe we'll just try this. Walk through here. It totally was fun. That is true, yes. He's sitting here very calm, biting his finger thinking, oh my god, these guys. Come on, do something to move the story forward. No, that's very good, you're right. Yeah, like on Subnautica, sometimes people drop in and say, have you done this? Have you done that? You should be doing this. Oh my god, do this. And then 5 minutes later they're gone again. It's not one of those games that you really have to have patience with this thing. I barely have the patience to get off this thing. Yeah, as they always say, isn't it? The journey is the way. Is that what they say? The path is your destination. That sort of thing. Well, you know, speaking of trying out silly numbers, this was, what was this, a 3-digit number, right? I don't think we've met many 3-digit numbers here, have we? No, I think we were only looking for 4-digit and 6-digit numbers. None of these jump out at you, do they? They're not jumping at me here. Thought while we happen to cross another number pad, could always try 565. Any of these iterations, maybe I'll do that quickly. So 565, that wasn't it. How about 196? No. 949. Yeah, 793. How's that? Okay, I give up. Some games also, when you haven't found what you're supposed to type in, even if you knew it, it wouldn't work. So some of the old LucasArts games, they worked like that. It was more about finding the clue that contained the number, and then the number would start working. So even if you'd get the number off the internet, it just wouldn't work because you haven't unlocked that clue yet. We were thinking about that because it's only 1,000 tries, isn't it? So that's not that, you know, that's, what is that, an hour worth of work at 3 in the morning. Okay, let's try 591. Down, 592. Whoop. Oh! Oh, yes. Who's put pins in the ball? How interesting. And that's clearly one of those things that we should be able to do something with. If we can't pick it up or otherwise utilize, I wonder if it's a very funny, Brian. I wonder if it's a representation of something. Could be that this thing is in fact our bubble. Maybe it's a battering ram to open doors to which we don't have the number combination. Yeah, it looks like I can't turn that cursor solid. Ah, that's what it is.
It's the first prototype, isn't it? Aperture Science just took that technology and bought it maybe. Stole it probably. Put an orange and a blue portal button on it and that was it. Very interesting. Aha! Whoa! Ouch! Am I in some kind of bubble? Inside a bubble? Almost looks like that. Or actually, more to the point, it feels to me as if this is maybe protecting me from something. Let me see if I can walk out of this. I can. What do you think that was? Oh, it's turned the stones green. Did it kill the plants? No, most of the plants are still alive. It's carved a bit of rock off.
I'm not watching it, but it's very funny just listening to it.
Let's try this again. Maybe if we do it so many times it actually gets us into a portal below the bubble, who knows? Also, it's on a timer, so it makes me think... Oh no, look at that, so it actually isn't on a timer. As soon as we leave this thing, it stops working. Which makes me wonder, maybe as long as we're in it, so we can't just do this and then quickly get out. It does? See, Brian, sometimes you have to spell these things out for me. I have no idea. It did? Okay, let's try this again. I did not see that button. Oh, that button. That makes it worse. Oh my god. Brian. I'm being disintegrated. Here's another puzzle. Jumble all these things together and turn them into a picture. Okay, where are we exactly? We're not dead. And we're also not in Kansas anymore. We're somewhere else, aren't we? We're no longer where we just were. I think, Brian, we're in World +1. Oh my god, we are! Because they still have that red laser going. We're in a different bubble, aren't we? That is an unbelievable cliffhanger. Where on earth are we? And I wonder, of course, what happens if we press, much like going through the borders of our bubble, if we press that button again, will we go back?
Let's try it out. They, let's have a look. They were telling us where was that again? Was that here? No, here. That was it. That was it. So if we were Earth, maybe we're now on Soria. Yeah, I don't think so either. There is another map. Let's have a look. Two forward, two into this direction here. Or is that backwards? That's backwards, isn't it? Two forward this way. Like 1, 2. I think that's a good idea. I'll do that. I'll go back to the thumbnail thing and you tell me where that is, Christina. Those round things, these things here. These round things. 4th row. 1, 2, 3, 4. These ones here. That one. Wouldn't it be funny if this is actually where we press that button? Because last time we just couldn't work out what that is. Yeah, that's a map of our town, I had assumed. Here's where CW lives. Like this one, you mean here? Or like all these circles, basically. Yeah, wouldn't it be nice if we could overlay both of these maps that we had? Because we had the one that was kind of mysterious that we found in the Tiki Bar. Can you imagine? To solve this game, you must order an Adobe Photoshop subscription. Otherwise, you won't be able to solve it. Well, I think I might actually post these things on our Discord. How's that? Or use GIMP. That's a good idea. That's right. Yes, that's exactly how that worked, Dreamlab. Tell you what, why don't I paste some of these screenshots if I can work out how to extract them from this? Why don't I post them on Discord, and then maybe we can fiddle around in Photoshop. I mean, this obviously needs to be stretched out, so that's going to be slightly difficult. I think we may have one straight from the front there, but I might do that, and we can fiddle around. Other than that, I think this is a great, phenomenal way to leave us hanging here, because we're in this other world. Oh yeah, actually, this is one thing I wanted to try out. What happens if we press that button again? Will we go back to our sphere? Let's try. Let's see if that works. So we're disintegrating again. Can you imagine? We're now going into the third sphere, into the third bubble. That is a very cool active load screen, I must say. No problem, I'll do that. I might just post those screenshots in Discord, Christina, and then you can grab them from there. Then you have the original resolution. So yes, look, it looks like we're back in our sphere, in our bubble. That is just very, very cool. Beam me up, Scotty. Wow. That would be cool, huh? As long as now that we're done, one day we'll be done with this bubble, and then we're just going to go on with the other bubble. That'd be kind of cool. So I'll extract them, I'll post them on Discord, and then I think this is a great place to finish the game, and we'll see what happens next. I can't wait for the next session next Monday. Join me then, 4 p.m. I hope will we speak before you go into hospital, Christina? If not, I wish you all the best. We'll stay in touch until then, and I hope everything is going to go well. Anyone else? Join me on Friday for another exciting 3D shenanigans stream, and on Saturday, of course, for Subnautica Saturday, 20th episode, I believe. Very cool. I can't believe it. Very exciting. My friends, have a good night. Have a good afternoon. Take care. Bye-bye.